On April 5th, 2026, a 31-year-old woman named Ashlee Robinson posted what would be her final Instagram photo. She's at a safari in Tanzania with rose petals on the ground that spell out HBD Ashlee. The caption reads, Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be. 4 days later, she was gone. The circumstances surrounding her untimely demise, the unanswered questions, the disputed ruling from Tanzanian police, and the long silence from her fiancé have left her family and the world searching for answers. This is what we know. Ashlee Robinson, known online as Ashlee Jenae, was a New Jersey-based lifestyle and travel influencer with over 145,000 followers on Instagram. She built her platform sharing fashion, travel content, and glimpses of her personal life, including a relationship with a man named Joseph McCann. By all accounts from the people closest to her, Ashlee was upbeat and ambitious. Her father, Harry Robinson, described her in an interview saying, "She's always smiling. She loved being in front of the camera." In early April 2026, Ashlee and McCann traveled to Tanzania to celebrate her 31st birthday. McCann, described in court records as the founder of a cryptocurrency and investment firm called Asymmetric Technologies LLC, had another plan for the trip that Ashlee didn't know about. He was going to propose. A few days in, during the safari, he got down on one knee and she said yes. She posted the moment to Instagram, and to everyone watching, it looked like the beginning of the next chapter of her life. Unfortunately, it would turn out to be the final week of it. On April 4th, the couple checked into the Zanzibar, a high-end luxury resort on the northern tip of the island. They were booked to stay for 7 nights with a planned departure on April 10th. For the first few days, by all outward appearances, things were going well. Ashlee was posting, celebrating, and enjoying what was supposed to be a dream trip. But according to Zanzibar police, something very different was happening behind closed doors. Other hotel guests had begun complaining about noises coming from the couple's villa, room 25. Police would later describe it as a recurring romantic conflict with multiple reported arguments during their stay. Then came the night of April 8th. At some point that evening, the argument between Ashlee and McCann escalated enough that the hotel management stepped in. They separated the couple, moving McCann to a different villa, number 65, roughly an 8 to 10 minute walk from Ashlee's room. Afterwards, Ashlee called her mother to let her know what happened. She told her that they had a fight and that hotel staff had moved them into separate rooms. That phone call would be the last conversation her family would ever have with her. According to Tanzanian police, a hotel worker later went to check on Ashlee after she had asked for a phone charger. The attendant delivered one, and Ashlee asked them to come back in about 15 minutes. When the worker returned, the lights were off and the door was locked. Using a spare key, the attendant opened the door and found Ashlee unresponsive with a belt around her neck. The attendant immediately called for help, and at the time, Ashlee was still breathing but unconscious. She was rushed to a local hospital, then transferred to a second facility for further treatment. But on April 9th, Ashlee Robinson was declared dead. The official finding from Tanzanian authorities? Suicide by hanging. A local medical record, later obtained by TMZ, listed her immediate cause of death as cerebral hypoxia, a lack of oxygen to the brain due to strangulation. Here's where things begin to feel deeply wrong to the people who loved Ashlee. Her family did not hear from McCann until approximately 11 hours after the incident had occurred. And when he did finally reach out to her mother, Yolanda, all he said was that Ashlee had done something to herself, that she was being taken to the hospital, and that she was stable.
And then she's just gone.
Robinson's parents say they first found out something was wrong when McCann called them to tell them she was in the hospital, but details were limited.
He told me that something had occurred 11 hours prior to when he was reaching out to me.
Then they say communication stopped, and the next update came from the hotel telling them their daughter was dead.
The fiance did not reach out to us at all. We found out from the hotel, and that's devastating when your daughter's halfway around the world.
The family says they haven't heard anything from police or medical officials and still don't know what happened. They're calling for a full investigation, including a review of surveillance video.
There's cameras everywhere at a resort, and that would match his timeline. Just do an investigation and let us know.
We're hurting, so we need to know. We just need to know, and we need to get her home.
Ashlee had just turned 31 in one of the most beautiful places on earth. She had just gotten engaged. She FaceTimed her family to share everything, the wildlife, the scenery, the ring. Her last Instagram caption read, "I'm exactly where I need to be." Her sister Alyssa told NBC News, "None of this makes sense." The family released an official statement calling Ashlee's passing suspicious and demanding full transparency from investigators. They reached out to the Tanzanian police, the U.S. consulate, and the embassy. They requested the hotel surveillance footage that, as of the most recent reports, they have not received. Ashlee's father even flew to Washington, D.C. in person to press U.S. government officials for help reaching Tanzanian authorities. That effort eventually resulted in contact being made, and the family was informed that a Tanzanian autopsy had been completed on April 14th, but they were not given the full results, only told that the investigation remains ongoing. The family has also commissioned their own independent autopsy, and those results are still pending as well. After Ashlee's death, Joseph McCann was questioned by Zanzibar police. According to his attorney, Edward Andrew Paltzik, McCann voluntarily handed over his passport to authorities the day after Ashlee's death, cooperating with the investigation as it got underway. Police questioned him only as a witness. He has never been named a suspect, and no charges have been filed against him. After nearly a month in Tanzania, Tanzanian authorities returned his passport and cleared him to leave the country. According to his lawyer, McCann has since returned to the United States, arriving at an undisclosed location. Despite widespread rumors online, he was never arrested or detained. Ashlee's remains were returned to her family in New Jersey, but her personal belongings were not. That includes the engagement ring McCann had placed on her finger just days before she died. Her father believes those items are still being held by Tanzanian authorities as part of the active investigation. For weeks, McCann said nothing publicly. He made his social media profiles private and did not respond to media requests. Then, on May 5th, nearly a month after Ashlee's death, he broke his silence. He posted a lengthy statement on X, formerly Twitter, describing Ashlee as his best friend, confidant, and fiancé. He wrote, "There are no adequate words to describe the total devastation, emptiness, and shock I feel after losing my best friend, confidant, and fiancé, Ashlee Jenae Robinson. Ashlee's death is an incomprehensible tragedy." In the statement, he spoke about the private side of Ashlee, her compassion, her love of music, her Trinidadian heritage, her cooking, and her closeness with his children. He wrote, "What Ashlee desired most was to become a mother and to raise a family together. She would have been an amazing mom." He finished the post with, "Ashlee was an angel who shined her light on everyone fortunate enough to be in her presence. Ashlee, I love you forever." That statement was posted on the same day Ashlee was laid to rest at Second Baptist Church in Paulsboro, New Jersey. McCann was not there. Sources told TMZ that Ashlee's family had banned him from attending the funeral. And when McCann attempted to reach out to the family, according to TMZ, Ashlee's mother left him on red. Beyond the Robinson family's fight for answers, the case has drawn international attention. The Human Rights Association issued a formal call on the Tanzanian government to launch an independent investigation, and simultaneously urged the U.S. State Department to engage directly with Tanzanian authorities on the family's behalf. The U.S. State Department confirmed it is monitoring the case. The U.S. Embassy in Dar es Salaam dispatched a coroner to assist with the autopsy process. The Zuri Hotel released a statement saying it is fully cooperating with the local authorities and the U.S. Embassy. The Zanzibar government's Ministry of Tourism and Heritage also weighed in, urging the public to let the investigation run its course, saying, "We respectfully request continued patience and understanding as law enforcement officials proceed with their investigation." So let's be clear about what remains unresolved, because a lot does. The full autopsy results, both Tanzania's official report and the family's independent one, have not been publicly released. The hotel surveillance footage has not been made available to the family. There is no detailed, verified account of what happened between Ashlee and McCann in those final hours. And while McCann has now spoken publicly, his statements addressed grief, not the specific events of April 8th. Tanzanian authorities have ruled this a suicide. The investigation remains open. The key pieces of evidence that could settle the question, the autopsy findings, the surveillance footage, and a full account of that night, have not yet emerged. Until they do, the full truth of what happened on the night of April 8th in that Zanzibar resort remains unknown. Ashlee Robinson was a daughter, a sister, a content creator, and a woman who, by every outward sign, was stepping into a new and exciting chapter of her life. Her family is now left navigating grief, bureaucracy, and unanswered questions, fighting for transparency from thousands of miles away. Whatever the truth turns out to be, her family deserves to know it. Hopefully one day, they get all the answers they're looking for. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any updates when new information does come out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next video.